Hello friends, welcome. In this video, I'll cover the second part to the latest amendments to MARPOL. And now I will talk about the amendments which are coming into force from 1st April 2022. And as you guys are aware about the previous requirement, that the sulfur content of the fuel oil that is burnt on board should not be more than 0.5% mass by mass. So there is a further requirement to make sure that ships are actually burning that particular fuel. So in relation to improving the same situation further, there are two things which will happen. First, the organization has to make sure that ships are burning that particular fuel, and it can be done only through checking. So they need to put some sampling points on board a ship. So somebody from shore will come on board, they will take a sample from your ship's fuel oil line or some sample which you have already taken for analysis, and then they'll take it ashore and match it with the requirements. Second, they want the ship to get more and more efficient as we are progressing with time. So just remember these 2 points, and now I'll talk about the amendments which are coming. So first, Regulation 1. Regulation 1 is application. So where does it apply to? So in this, the full text is replaced by one single line, which is the provision of this annex shall apply to all ships except where expressly provided otherwise. So now there is no running away from it. Then Regulation 2 definitions. There are a few new definitions which have been added. Sulfur content of fuel oil means the concentration of sulfur in fuel oil measured mass by mass in percentage. Okay. Then low flashpoint fuel means gaseous or liquid fuel oil having a flashpoint lower than otherwise permitted under paragraph 2.1.1 of Regulation 4, Chapter 2 of SOLAS. And why low flashpoint fuel is pointed here is because ships who are still running on this low flashpoint fuel, that means the fuel doesn't really leave a residue. A lot of these things will not apply to them. So that's why they are clarifying it. Then MARPOL delivered sample means the samples of fuel oil delivered in accordance with Regulation 18.8.1 of this annex. Then there are two kinds of sample. One is in-use sample, that is point number 55. It means a sample of fuel oil in use on a ship. Okay, if you're already using some fuel oil and we take a sample of that, that is in-use sample. Then if on-board sample means a sample of fuel oil intended to be used or carried for use on board that ship, which I believe is inside the bunker tanks. Then the next amendment is in Regulation 14, sulfur oxides and particulate matter. And the amendment is new paragraphs from 8 to 13 and associated headings are inserted after existing paragraph 7 as follows. So two new headings are in use and on-board fuel oil sampling and testing. So now you know what is in use and what is on-board fuel oil sampling, and what is the requirement for that. So if a competent authority of a party requires the in-use or on-board sample to be analyzed, it shall be done in accordance with the verification procedure set forth in Appendix 6 of this annex to determine whether the fuel oil being carried or used on board meets the requirement of paragraph 1 or paragraph 4 of this regulation. The in-use sample shall be drawn taking into account the guidelines developed by the organization. The on-board sample shall be drawn taking into account the guidelines developed by the organization. The sample shall be sealed by the representative of the competent authority with a unique mean of identification installed in presence of the ship's representative. The ship shall be given an option of retaining a duplicate sample. So let's say during a PSC inspection, the inspector comes on board and he says he wants to take a sample. He has a choice to either take sample from in use, that means he can draw a sample from the line which is about to go into the main engine, or from the bunker tank which is on board, and this sample shall be sealed in a special manner, and a ship can get a part of that sample and sealed in front of them so that in case there is some issue they have a record for it. Then the second paragraph is about in use fuel oil sampling point. Now something is already in use, it's difficult to take out a sample from the line. So the requirement says for a ship constructed before 1st April 2022, the sampling point referred to in paragraph 10 shall be fitted or designated not later than the first renewal survey identified in regulation 5.1.2 of this annex on or after 1st April 2023. Okay, so if your ship does not have a sampling point, then you must install it. And when do you install it? Not later than first renewal survey. Now that you understand that the ships shall have a sampling point, it also mentions in the paragraph number 12 that requirement is not applicable to fuel oil service system for low flashpoint fuel. If you're using a low flashpoint fuel for combustion purposes for propulsion or operation on board the ship, then you do not need these sample points. Okay, your fuel is clean enough. Then competent authority of a party shall, as appropriate, utilize the sampling points which are fitted or designated for the purpose of taking representative sample. Okay, so this is pretty clear that there is a new requirement in regulation 14 for how to take the samples. Now you know new fuel is being used, you may be required to take a sample. If you do not have a sample point on board, then you must designate one or fabricate one by the end of your next renewal survey from April 2022. Now the next amendment is in regulation 18 and it is about fuel oil availability and quality, but it covers the same point which I've just discussed, that paragraph 8.2 is replaced by the following, which is basically, if a party requires the representative sample to be analyzed, it shall be done in accordance with the verification procedures set forth in Appendix 6 of this annex to determine whether fuel oil meets the requirement of this annex. Okay, again the same point which regulation 14 has covered in detail. Now that I've mostly covered the fuel oil part, let's talk about the next amendment, which is about the EEDI, regulation 20, Attained Energy Efficiency Design Index. So this simply says that if regulation 21 is applicable to a ship, then the administration shall report to the organization the required and attained EEDI value and relevant information, taking into account the guidelines developed by the organization. And this shall be completed within 7 months of completing the survey required under regulation 5.4 of this annex, or within 7 months following 1st April 2022 for a ship delivered prior to 1st April 2022. To simplify it, we need efficient ships. So the organization wants that the administrations which are running their ship, they should inform by this time how much was your required EEDI and how much have you attained so far. So these two values shall be provided to the organization. And in relation to this, there is regulation 21 that we just spoke about, whether 21 regulation applies to your ship or not, and if it applies, then you must report. And now I'm on regulation 21, and the existing table 1, which was the reduction factor in percentage for the EEDI, and its associated footnotes are replaced by the following. So there are changes with time. So you can see for bulk carriers, gas carriers, tankers of various sizes, depending on what was the timeline, there are different reduction factors which are provided, and this is the new update regarding the required EEDI. Now that we have covered the regulations part and its amendment, thus to cover these points, there must be some changes made in the IAPP certificate also. So as per Appendix 1, there are certain things which have been added, which is paragraph 2.3.4 and 2.3.5, and these 2 points simply says that our ship has a designated sampling point in accordance with the regulation 14.10 and 14.11, or the ship is fitted with a propulsion system and it is not applicable to us, so sampling point is not required. So these 2 points will be covered in the IAPP certificate, which is your Appendix 1. Next and the final amendment will be made in Appendix 6, which is nothing but fuel verification procedure for MARPOL Annex 6 fuel oil samples. So how to take the samples, how to analyze, how to verify, all these details are covered in Appendix 6. All the excruciating details from how to take the samples till how it is analyzed and what all records to be maintained is covered under this. If you're interested, you can go through this. And before you guys stop this video, I have a personal message for you. You may have enjoyed the stories that I make about solars and some other contents. There is another story which I've written with a lot of passion. This is something which is very close to my heart. I don't want all of you to buy it or requesting you to do that. But if you guys are into reading fiction and good stories, then you may try the story and I'm sure you'll not be disappointed. The book is not released yet. If you are interested, just stay in touch with me, follow me on Instagram. I hope it was a useful video for you. If you have any feedback, suggestion or comment, then please do write down below. All the best for your exams, and as always, thank you for watching.